So let me give you an example. I know this is going to sound a little funny. When I was in the 6th grade, I used to have to ride the bus. I was just inside the county line, but in a different town, and we had this really long bus ride. But the particular bus driver, she played this song called Devil in Blue Jeans all the time. And for whatever reason, anytime I hear that, and I don't hear it very often now, but anytime I hear that, I can feel,
Yes.
I feel like I felt the when I was on that
visceral,
bus. I
isn't
can't
it?
even say it was like a specific day or
No, you marinated in it.
I'm just telling you, it was like if I hear that song, I'm on that bus. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of us relate with
That's
various
exactly
music
yeah.
will kind of take us
Oh, yeah.
to another time and place. So let's say for whatever reason, that feeling on the bus, I would hear Devil in Blue Jeans, but that feeling on the bus wasn't good.
Right.
Like maybe I was bullied. Maybe it was sad having to go there every day. I don't have those negative feelings, but let's just say I did. And I want to move through that. I want to deal with that. How would what EMDR, how would you take me through that with EMDR?
Well, the irony is I actually had a client that did something similar. He was motorcycling, and this song came on, and it brought him back to a really bad place in teenage time. So for him at first, because he had done a lot of EMDR with me, he even just tried to stay and breathe and just find his body. And it kind of dissipated and music changed. And so he brought in the song. And we used the song. And so we use it as a target. And for him, it was kind of similar like what you're saying for you. It's not like it's a specific moment. It's just every time he went to that diner, he just had this awful feeling about himself.
Every time you hear 80s music, you feel like you're back in middle school or
Right,
Docky or
exactly.
something.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we were able to really move through a lot of painful, really, I think, negative self-images and things that he went through. And it's a really good example, too, of what he felt at a core level was sadness. And at the other side of it, he was astonished at how he's like, oh, my gosh. Like, at first, he felt like sun on his back, and then he felt lighter. And so then it's like the AEDP therapist in me, which is a different therapy.
Okay,
But I can even do that in this other therapy. But then it's like, what's it like to know we just rode a bunch of waves of sadness, and now you feel lighter? And to be able to notice, wow, like emotion is a healing thing. It's not a bad, scary thing.
Okay, so with EMDR, the process would be something along the lines of listen to the song, associate the feelings with the song, and then you do the sensory rewiring to get basically to not feel that way anymore.
Kind of. I mean, you're still really trying to ride a wave of emotion. You're noticing where you feel it. As a therapist, I'm going to keep checking in with the person because you want to keep them in what we call a window of tolerance. And we actually even talk about we don't want to be too far on the inside of the window of tolerance, and we don't want to be trying to break the window either. So along the way, I'm checking in, like, how is it now? How is it now? And it's funny because if I work with men especially, I'm good. Okay, well, 0 to 10, where are we? 9. Like, no, 9's not good. But that's my job, to really help someone. And the other part of it, because all of this is somatic, to be able to like, okay, so what are you noticing now?
Okay. And explain what you mean by somatic.
It's in the body.
Okay.
And
again,
so,
it goes back to in the body.
And the wild thing now that I've broadened it to this other kind of therapy, what I'm also learning is that when we think of somatic experience, it's not just what you see, feel. There's the hearing, the sound, the taste. There's imagery. There's metaphor. If I personally really think into feeling like a tree with roots underground and branches that go beyond me and all the stuff that goes on within a tree, I have a bigger, more expansive sense of myself, even though I have no understanding of really what it's like to be a tree. But it's a great metaphor.
Right.